Good morning, everyone. Today we'll see the concept of a cycloconverter fed induction motor drive. See, we know about cycloconverter. Cycloconverter achieves variable voltage and variable frequency from a fixed voltage source with a fixed frequency AC supply. Right? So you can see here, this is the circuit diagram of three-phase cycloconverter fed induction motor drive, three-phase induction motor drive. Here, this induction motor drive stator terminals are connected in delta connection mode. You can show it as a delta type connection or star type connection. This is your convenience. So this is the circuit diagram of a cycloconverter feeding the induction motor. The advantage of the cycloconverter is it will have a low harmonic content at low operating frequency also. So if the frequency is low, then the harmonics is also low. That is a major advantage of cycloconverter. So harmonic content is less means smooth operation or smooth control of smooth speed or smooth torque production is achievable for the induction motor drive when it is operating with low frequencies. And if the frequency is increasing, then the harmonic content is also increased, which makes the induction motor operation restricted to the limited frequency, which is up to 40% of the base frequency or the source frequency. Here the content, harmonic content will be increased with the with the increase in the frequency. If we use higher frequency than the 40% higher than the supply frequency, that means supply frequency is suppose let us say the supply frequency is 50 hertz. If we use more than 40% than the 50 hertz, then the harmonic content will rise. If the harmonic content will rise, we know what will happen for the operation of induction motor. So this will limit or restrict the induction motor operation under 40% of the operating frequency. If we are limiting this frequency to the 40% because of the harmonic content. So that means if we are restricting the frequency, means frequency is directly proportional to the speed, right? We know this. The frequency is directly proportional to the speed. So from this condition, we can directly say that the maximum speed is also restricted to 40% of its synchronous speed. Because we are restricting the frequency to 40% of its base value or the supply value. So the speed, the synchronous speed, operating speed is also restricted to the 40% of the synchronous speed, so that we can eliminate the harmonic content. That means we can operate the induction motor smoothly. So the motor performance cannot be degraded under 40% speed. Okay, and a large inductance, leakage inductance. Sorry, a large leakage inductance must be used for induction motors to minimize the pulsations that will produce due to the harmonics in the torque. So this large leakage inductance of the motor will helpful to reduce or to mitigate those harmonics. That means the torque pulsations or the torque production in the induction motor will be continuous, not in the form of pulsations. So the performance will be better. So we have discussed the same point in the previous classes also. A large leakage inductance will be used in the induction motor in order to minimize the derating and the torque pulsation. Those will be happening because of the harmonic current that will present in the motor. And cycloconverter has another advantage that we can operate in the regenerating mode also. So it has a regenerating capability also. So we can operate this cycloconverter fed induction motor drive in the 4-quadrant operating mode, simply by reversing its sequence. If we reverse the sequence of the supply, then we can achieve the 4-quadrant operation. And one of the major problem with the cycloconverter is the large number of thyristors. See here, this is a 3-phase supply and 3-phase induction motor. So 3-phase cycloconverter is fed with a 3-phase induction motor. See, we can see here many number of switches is employed in order to regulate the induction motor. 3, 3, 6. For each phase, 6 thyristors. That means total 18 thyristors are used. So a large number of thyristors are used. So for a low power and medium power applications, it is not acceptable because of a high number of switches. Economically, cycloconverter is not acceptable for low and medium applications. But for large power applications, it may be acceptable because the rating is more. So economically, it won't show that much difference because the motor rating is more and the application requires high amount of operating capability. So in the large power applications, it won't be much difference. But in the low and medium power applications, it is not acceptable economically because there are a lot of switches, 18 switches. You can see here 18 number of switches are used. This is also one of the drawback. And see, you can see the machine operates at its rated flux condition. So due to voltage control is made, because this is a converter which can produce variable voltage as well as variable frequency. So we have seen that induction motor can operate in 2 conditions, that is constant V/F ratio, which is constant flux. So this is very much, this operating condition is very much produced with cycloconverter because it is having the capability of variable voltage, production of variable voltage and the variable frequency. So this case is very much achievable. And we are using thyristors here. So the thyristors can be controlled with the help of firing angle. So we can give the gate pulses here. So these gate pulses can be controlled with the firing angle. So the output voltage is in the form of sinusoidal waveform only for any of the frequency. If the frequency division is 2, 4, 6, 8, whatever may be the division frequency, but we will get the sinusoidal output only, which is same as input supply. See, like this, we will get the output voltage, which is almost a sinusoidal. The output voltage is sinusoidal, which means the amount of harmonics that were present in this output voltage is very low. That is the advantage, because the output voltage shows or produces sinusoidal waveform, which is very nearer to its input value. That is the reason why the harmonic content will be low. Okay. And just now I have discussed that cycloconverter is capable of operating under 4-quadrant modes. See, so the power transfer can be done from source to the load and vice versa, which means we can operate the cycloconverter under 4-quadrant conditions, motoring operation as well as the regenerating operation. So the motor can act as a source also. It will generate a few amount of power which is fed back to the AC source. And the operation will be smooth and efficient because of less torque pulsation and less harmonics, less number of harmonics, and the torque pulsation is very low, so that we can attain smooth. Smooth means the speed is almost constant for the particular load, and the efficiency of the a particular condition will be good. That is because of low torque pulsations as well as the low harmonics. Due to the less harmonics, the losses will be low. Losses low means the efficiency of that system will be more. But the major disadvantage is the frequency of the cycloconverter is restricted to 1/3 of input frequency, which is approximately 40%, not more than 40%. We need to operate the cycloconverter up to 40% of the 50 hertz, 40% of 50 hertz frequency, because in India we will use 50 hertz frequency, right? So only 40% of the 50 hertz frequency we need to produce with the help of cycloconverter. If we produce more than 40%, then the motor torque will be having high number of pulsations, and the induction motor performance will be degraded. So because of this condition, because of a frequency restriction, the speed also restricted. So due to this disadvantage, cycloconverter fed induction motor drives cannot operate or cannot used under large speed applications. Cannot used for large speed applications. But the advantage is very low speed applications, this cycloconverter is capable of producing or capable of giving efficient operation. Because at low speeds, the frequency is low. For low frequency, the losses are very much low. Losses and harmonics are very much low. So if the harmonics are low, means the machine will perform efficiently. So this is the advantage, but we cannot operate this cycloconverter for large speed applications, which is greater than 40 of the base speed, which is not possible. And another advantage of the cycloconverter is regeneration is possible in the complete speed range. So we can operate the cycloconverter under 4 quadrant modes for all the speed conditions. So if the speed is very low, then it's no problem. We can achieve regeneration process also. That is one of the major advantage. Okay, and a few applications are listed here. You can see gearless cement mills or ball mill drives, because these applications requires very less speed only, and a low speed, large power reversible drive applications. Just now we have discussed that this structure contains large number of switches. So only large amount of power applications will be used cycloconverter fed induction motor drives. Then only it will be economical. For medium and low power applications, we cannot use cycloconverter fed induction motor drive due to the cost issues. So low speed and high power. Low speed and high power applications, induction motor fed cycloconverter fed induction motor drives are very much useful. So any application contains or operates with a low speed, but the power rating is high, then cycloconverter is the one of the best choice. Okay, and here a few advantages and disadvantages are listed. It has reversibility and 4-quadrant operation. That means we can achieve 4-quadrant operation using cycloconverter fed induction motor drive, which is one of the advantage. And it is justified for large horsepower applications. That means it can be operated under large power applications where the power is in the order of 50 kilowatt, more than 50 or 100 kilowatt to some megawatts. So in those applications, we can use cycloconverters, and very smooth low speed operation with the least torque ripple will be obtained. So many of the converters cannot produce smooth operations under low speeds, but cycloconverter has that special capability. Of course, it will not be useful for high speed applications, but under low speed, very low speed applications, it will produce smooth operation. That means the motor can operate smoothly and efficiently with less torque ripple. And the output voltage is a replica of reference voltage. Reference voltage is nothing but the supply voltage. Because we have seen the cycloconverter operation, so it produces output pulses like this. So the output pulses will be like this, which is similar to the input voltage, which is in the form of a sinusoidal shape, right? So the output voltage, how much nearer to the sinusoidal shape, that what matters for harmonic content. If the output voltage is very nearer to the input voltage, then the harmonic content is very much low. So that is the reason why for low speeds or for low speed operation, we will achieve smooth and efficient operation because of this output voltage. And using controlled rectifiers, the firing angles, sorry, using controlled rectifiers and firing angles, the output voltage may be controlled. So we know we are using thyristors here. So the firing angle, by varying the firing angle of these thyristors, we can control the output voltage. And let's see a few disadvantages. It requires large number of thyristors. We have seen 18 number of thyristors are used for three-phase supply. A large number of thyristors are required, so that is the major disadvantage economically. And the circuit looks complex. Right? And at high power ratings, the power factor is poor because of the harmonics. And it will also operate at lagging power factor. So in order to improve this power factor, we need an extra elements or an extra circuit needed to improve the power factor. So these are the few disadvantages of cycloconverter fed induction motor drive. And cycloconverters has one of the has the better performance under dynamic condition also. When we have a step change in speed or step change in torque or step change in load, then these cycloconverters are capable of giving good performance under these dynamic situations also. But however, the speed of the machine will be limited. The speed of the machine will be under 40% only. Then only it will give good performance. Okay. And the low speed operation is obtained by feeding a motor with a large number of cycloconverters operating at low frequencies. And generally these applications are simply called as a gearless drives. So there will be no gear because the speed is low. That's why gearless. Here you can see in the application also gearless cement mills, because Gears are required to increase the speed, but for gearless means the speed is very low. However, cycloconverter operates or gives good performance under low speed conditions. So we need not to use any gears. Okay. So by eliminating or by removing the gears, because we are not using any gears, so eliminating the gears, we can improve or we can reduce the cost of the entire system. And similarly, we do not have any maintenance, mechanical maintenance, because of the gearless system. So these are the few advantages of cycloconverter for induction motor drive, right?